Hey, is anyone having deja vu right now? So I'm going to switch this up a little bit and start doing the videos on the day of. So when I first started taking it, for some reason, this felt difficult or impossible. It felt like I needed to sum up the previous day. And now that I've caught up with it, that's starting to feel a little bit weird. And I want to summarize my experiences the day of my experience. So we're moving on to day 9 again this day. And so what was really interesting, what has been really interesting, is seeing how similar other people's experiences are to mine. And I don't have a lot to contribute for day 9 that is so much different than day 8. So what I thought I would share with you is the reason why this supplement is working as well as it is for the number of people that it is. We're getting hundreds of testimonials already. It's only been out for a couple of weeks. So I want to go through the main ingredients with you again, because I don't expect everybody to have watched like all of my videos up to this point. It's more a video journal and a way for me to document the progress. So I've got a little journal going that I'm writing in each day. And then at the end, I will have, a library of videos that I can go back to. So just to recap, in case you haven't been with me this whole time. So the ADAPTIV supplement from doTERRA is a capsule. And we'll go over the ingredients, and it's an essential oil blend. And the essential oil blend comes in 2 formats. There is a roller ball, which is just the diluted version of the essential oil, okay? And in this blend, you've got oils like wild orange, lavender, copaiba, that is the correct way they say it down there in Brazil. Spearmint, magnolia, rosemary, neroli, and sweet gum. Sweet gum is a really beautiful addition to this oil, and I've been using this oil every single day. I've fallen completely in love with it. They are already sold out of the roller. It just went on sale to the public, like outside of our convention kits, October 1st. So in 1 week, they have sold out because it's working so well for people, for kids, for pets, for adults. Really amazing. It smells incredible. To be honest with you, I didn't love this the first time I smelled it. And everybody thought I was crazy that I said it smelled like Serenity. I am completely in love with it. The capsule is completely different than the essential oil. The only similarities that the capsule shares is that this capsule has lavender and wild orange. Those are the only similarities, okay? And it also has coriander and fennel. So there's an essential oil blend here. There is also a plant called ahi flower, and ahi flower is very high in omega-3s. And there is also scaledium, which is it's actually a succulent from Africa that is very high in alkaloids. And this is an extract from that plant. There is an extract in that plant. And then there is GABA. So GABA is, it's an interesting thing. It's something that is found in our diet, but then also acts like a neurotransmitter in our brain, if I understand it correctly. And doTERRA is producing this through a fermentation process. So it is naturally occurring in our diet, but supplementation with these things, so ahi flower with the omegas, does a number of things in our body, balancing out the omega-3 and 6 ratio. But then also the omega-3s really support our brain function as well. Omegas, we know, we've heard that before, right? That's why people supplement with fish oil and stuff like that. Fish is a great source of omega-3s, but if you don't eat fish, or if you're not eating a lot of it, plant sources can be difficult to obtain high levels of omega-3s, and ahi flower happens to be one of the best and richest, most bioavailable plant sources of ahi flower that there is, or of omega-3 that there is. And our diets tend to be really high in omega-6s, so we need the 3s to balance that out. Too high in omega-6s creates excessive, or can contribute to excessive inflammation in the body, and having a proper balance helps keep those inflammatory levels in normal ranges. And inflammation isn't necessarily a bad thing. It helps us to protect ourselves from infection and injury. GABA is a really interesting one. So notice there's an essential oil blend and 3 other ingredients. This is a very simple synergy. GABA is referred to as the brakes of the brain. And so our fight or flight response, you've probably heard this, right? It's what shifts us into high gear. Our amygdala and our hypothalamus are involved in that process. And the hypothalamus has a relay system. It's called the HPA axis, and that is referred to as the gas pedal of the brain. Interestingly, GABA is referred to as the brakes of the brain. So, I mean, you can very easily see how those two fit together, right? So GABA is the brakes of the brain. And then scaledium is really interesting. It is a plant source, like I said, a succulent from Africa, and it's really high in alkaloids. And alkaloids have been studied pretty extensively, and they are precursors to both the production, the endogenous production of GABA, so like natural production within our body of GABA, and serotonin. I'm pretty sure you've heard of serotonin. This is referred to as our happy chemical. So that's what you've got in this beautiful little capsule. Very simple, but very powerful. And so the things that I've been experiencing as someone who doesn't normally deal with chronic stress or chronic anxiety, chronic worry, I do have those things, of course, come up throughout the day. Like, I don't think it's possible to live a modern life and not have those things come up for you. So I do have stress and anxiety that comes up throughout the day, but it's not chronic and it's not debilitating and it's not, cause for medication. So the people who are in that category that are finding themselves in situations of chronic stress and anxiety, they're finding this is very helpful for them, and it's meant to be used in conjunction with the essential oil blend. So the idea is you would take 1 to 2 capsules every day, and this is what I'm describing as like your baseline foundation, okay, to keep things steady, to lower that fight or flight response, to lower the stress response. And then when you still have things come up throughout the day, because you're going to, it doesn't change your world, right? It doesn't change your circumstance. The essential oil blend is meant to help bring you back to that center, because our emotions are very responsive to our sense of smell. Our sense of smell is the only sense that passes through both our amygdala and our hippocampus. So it's very intimately connected with our emotions and memory. It's a very powerful tool to have high quality essential oils in your arsenal for dealing with mood management as things come up throughout the day. So what I've been experiencing as someone who doesn't deal with those things chronically is increased sense of focus, increased clarity of mind, more stable moods. So those little things that come up throughout the day are not bothering me. Like it's like not even on my radar. I'm like, it's not a big deal. And then things that would normally stress me, like being late. I'm not ever going to be late after this 30-day trial is done. That is not causing the same like physical reaction. I'm not getting that tightness in my chest or the pit in my stomach when I'm running late. It's just like, okay, I'm running late, I gotta go. And when things do come up, it's passing very quickly. And what I'm seeing in the testimonials that are coming through about this, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, I've been far more active on Instagram sharing this kind of stuff. I feel like that's a better forum for it. It's just at Melanie Kostruch, so it's my name without the I. And I just shared a whole bunch of testimonials there today, about 20 of them. And my experiences are very similar to what other people who don't have chronic stress and anxiety. They're using the same words, the same language to describe their experiences, which is very interesting. So that's it. That's day 9, little summary of what adaptive is thus far. And thanks for joining. See you later.